The name of the movie is Bushwick, and I love the premise.
Well, it's a bloodbath, I see.
Well, as I read it, and I said to the filmmakers that were here, oh, so this is a near future documentary is what it looks like to
Yes.
me.
Jonathan Milott and Carrie Murnian, right?
Wow, you got it right off the bat. That is amazing.
This is it's in the midnight program.
Yep.
At Sundance.
Yep.
And so it's probably pretty edgy.
Yep.
And Dave Bautista is in it.
Drax the Destroyer.
And it's there's a lot of gunplay and a lot of gang warfare and what. So tell us the story. Who wants to tell us the story?
Sure. Yeah, I can tell you a little bit about it. The original premise came from, inspired by an offhanded comment by former Governor Rick Perry of Texas.
He's your Department of Energy guy now.
And he said, "Oh, when Obama was in office, we should secede from the United States because this is not our country anymore." And he's kind of joking, but the people of Texas kind of took that seriously.
Oh, yeah.
There was a lot of petitions from sheriffs in different towns to really make it happen, but obviously it did not happen. But we thought, like, how would that transpire? What would it take to make that a reality? And we thought New York could be their negotiation tool to force the session to happen. So we took that premise and put it into a movie where we follow a young girl home as she comes up from the subway. And she tries to get 5 blocks home to her grandmother. And we see how she reacts to this invasion from the mercenaries.
God, so
it all takes place in a really small
Yeah,
area.
5 to 10 block radius in Bushwick. Yeah.
and there are young children who have had to face exactly that situation in other countries.
Yes.
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's, and who knows, maybe here
Yes.
someday. Was it fun to make this movie?
It was fun in the sense that it was something that we'd been planning to do for such a long time.
Careful what you wish for, because we planned it and have been trying to make it for years, and then you finally get it. So then on the way to set, when we're trying to get, we shot it in 15 days, which is about half the time even for independent movies. And on the way to set, we're like, we gotta get a lot done today, and I just had to remind myself, calm down, relax, enjoy this. And then once we got shooting, it was so much
The
fun.
logistics are really tough. Where did you film it? You didn't film it in
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We filmed
Oh.
it. Yes, we filmed it on the streets of Bushwick in Brooklyn. That was our whole pitch, that we had to do it there. We didn't want to shoot another city because it was named Bushwick. And we filmed in these long, long takes, like 10 to 15-minute takes. And we'd go on the street, into alleyways, down into basements, and we utilized the whole neighborhood there. Yeah.
What is that? What is that area like now?
Well, it's known as like a hipster place now, but actually the reason why we wanted to put it there is that Bushwick is massive. It's a massive part of Brooklyn, and only a small fraction of it is this kind of hipster place. And we wanted to show the variety of both people, ethnicities, ages that are in this big borough of Brooklyn. And we want to be authentic as possible.
So there are pretty rough parts of Bushwick as well.
Yes.
But did you show some of the hipster part? I mean, I hope a hipster, somebody with a man bun gets it.
Yeah.
He gets blown up right away.
Okay, good.
Boom.
Yeah, but we did show there, like, while we were shooting, the one corner that we shot on the day after we left, someone was shot and killed on that corner, and it was something that kind of hit home for us because we were kind of dealing with those kind of issues right in the movie.
And the way we described it is, on the news, on the night before we started shooting, right after we chose the outfits for the soldiers, which was these black-clad outfits and big machine guns, we saw there was Paris terrorist attacks, and that was on the news. And we're like, great, we're going to be running through the streets with this same thing and freaking
Scaring
people out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But the good thing with a film production is that there's a camera running behind those soldiers, so hopefully that kind of tips people off that it's not real.
Yeah.
What kind of, when you're talking about doing these really long takes, that must require a lot more rehearsal time, though, to get that down.
Yeah, we had the 3 weeks of shooting, 15 days, but we had a week and a half of rehearsal, which is not normal especially for indie movie. Some bigger movies might have that, but for indie movie. So we actually went with our camera crew, a small part of it, and the actors to the locations. And we didn't go through the lines, but kind of the blocking
But
of
you'd
things.
have to,
Yeah, you have
yeah.
to. So that helped us a lot. When we got on set, we didn't have to start from scratch.
So now it's called Bushwick, and we have the co-directors Jonathan Milott and Carrie Murnian with us.
I'm just curious, when you were casting Stupe, the war veteran.
Yep.
Did you have Dave Bautista in mind, or did he just come in and?
Yeah, I mean, we wrote that part way before we even knew who Dave was. I mean, it was 6 years ago. I mean, he wasn't even really acting at that point.
Not really, no.
So then when it came to a point where we actually started the casting process, he was someone that we loved in Guardians, and we thought he had a unique physical presence and then great sense of timing, obviously, with those films, with the comedy. And we thought he'd be good for this because we saw in the interviews with him for the movie that he was massive but a very kind man.
Oh.
And very like he
Yes,
was
humanity.
very humanity. Like he'd always ask the interviewers how they're doing, and so we felt like that was great for the part of Stupe. And then we met with him on over Skype, and he was so smart. He had read through the whole script and had analyzed the dialogue. He actually suggested some changes to the script, which actually helped the movie a lot. So right off the bat, we're like, man, this is the guy for us.
I actually think that Dave is too nice.
Yeah.
We'll be in the middle of like a shot, and there'll be like a little lady like needing a little help, and he would like go help her type of thing. We're like, come on, we got to shoot this.
So this guy, I mean, I guess I've seen the Guardian movie, and I think, well, is this guy really an actor, or is he behaving just in a certain way? But I mean, you're telling me here he's really gotten it figured out, and is an actor.
Yeah, and that's what we were wondering about, because we thought, because we hadn't seen him in any other movies, that Drax was him, like he was playing himself.
Yeah,
but he's
kinda.
so not like that. He's almost the opposite of Drax in terms of like being loud and telling these jokes, and like he's not like that at all. So that was kind of nice to see that when we met him in person.
He was extremely modest and willing to learn. So he understands that he's kind of at the beginning of the process of becoming a more traditional actor. But the way he described it was that all the years in the WWE, you go out and you're in front of thousands, millions of people, and it's big, over the top, and you're calling out people, you're going to break their neck. Yeah. And acting is much different than that, and you have to be much more contained.
You got to reel it in.
Although it seems that a lot of these WWE guys who choose to go into acting do have a sense of kind of what it takes. They
Yes.
do.
Oh, of
they
course,
have
yeah.
a, they have a sense of
like
show.
Dwayne
And
Johnson.
Yeah,
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I mean.
John Cena.
John Cena's great. He has a lot of good funny parts he's been doing. Yeah.
They do seem to have a sense of what it takes if they choose to go into acting.
Yeah.
It's called Bushwick. Anybody else in it that we would know? Or
Of course, yeah.
should know about it?
Brittany Snow.
Ah.
She's
Brittany
Lucy.
Brittany Snow is also known as Josh's Soup Fairy from Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, a show that I should not like that much.
Yeah, and she was amazing too. Like it's a very physical part, and with these long takes, she'd have to go through emotions where she'd start off, innocent, then she'd be crying, then she'd have to find out someone's dead, then she'd be on drugs, all within 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And it was an amazing acting kind of learning experience, kind of seeing her go through that.
Richie
and-
would know her from Pitch Perfect.
Yeah, she's known mainly for Pitch Perfect, or that's one of her bigger roles. And we were joking the other day that we heard her singing on set once, and we had totally forgotten that she's like amazing singer, and we're kind of bummed that we didn't have a little singing, little dance routine.
Some sad little fairy song or something.
Completely not appropriate for our movie, but
It's Bushwick. Those people who've seen it say it's an amazing thrill ride and a great movie. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Still time to see it around here?
Yeah, we have 2 more screenings, one on Thursday and one on Saturday.
Oh, down at Rose Wagner in Salt
On
Lake.
Thursday
Yeah.
at 6:30, yes.
I think they just announced like a secret screening too.
Well,
Yeah,
Secret.
secret. Just for you three.
And I understand Dave Bautista has been around and been at most of the screenings. And
Yeah, he was here over the weekend. He had to fly out because he's filming Avengers 3. So he had a
Small movie
that's going on right now.
All right.
And the same with Brittany. Brittany is in the middle of training for Pitch Perfect 3. So she had to fly
And
out.
Dave actually has already finished filming the new Blade Runner, which is
That's right. He's in that as
Yeah.
well.
in the new Blade Runner. So he's just basically doing all of our dream projects without us.
Well, you guys are next for the big ones, right?
Yes, that's what we think.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for being with us.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Bushwick is the movie.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was awesome.